drives into the parking lot with so much ease. So much so that one will barely guess the kind of rough path he has gone through in the last 8 years. Meet David Opati Etale, a former Kenyan footballer who once played for KCB and Tusker football clubs in the Kenya Premier League. With so much passion, he speaks about his glory days when he was a force to reckon with.
Every player who plays football, they want to be professional footballers. And that was my main goal. I wanted to be a professional footballer.
But that was just it about his football. Fame, but not so much benefits. And him being the only son in his family and one they looked up to, he had to find a way to revamp his career.
During that time, we were not being paid good money to play football. I remember a friend of mine approached me and said to me if I'll be interested in joining the British Army. And during that time, they were recruiting online. It only took me 2 weeks.
While still with the army, he soon became a frequent call-up to a local team, Spartans. But not for long before his actual call-up on army duty came about, and soon Opati was posted to Afghanistan. He barely had settled when he learned about the death of his close friend and mentor in the war.
My time in Afghanistan was terrible because in the history of the British Army, our battalion and our battle group, we were the most injured and most killed in action people out there. The person who trained me in Catterick to join the British Army, he was the first person to get killed in action.
But he realized soon enough that the war favored no one.
But after trying to contain the enemy for some time, we had some air support from the Americans. And my boss told me it's time for us to extract. I can only remember having a conversation with him saying, responding to his word, yes sir. And I can't remember anything from there. I just found myself in hospital in the UK.
And in a spur of a moment, his life changed forever.
Most of my friends knew I was dead because of the impact of the bomb blast, how big it was. I went through a lot of surgeries trying to repair my leg and try and see how they can save my leg.
But after close to 8 years of treatment, the doctors opted to amputate his leg.
War post-traumatic stress disorder. And this was the most, as much as my leg was in a bad shape, my mental state upstairs was not the same. I tried to take my life twice.
After already hitting the rock bottom, Opati made a lifetime choice to turn his life for the better.
I actually posted one picture on my Instagram page, and I was in the gym, and I put a very nice quote. It was about to do with your attitude, you know. And one of my friends said to me, David, why don't you try and motivate people out there?
Opati, who is on a month's vacation in Kenya, is now invited to schools, army institutions, and radio shows for motivational speaking.
It's good to be here trying to do something positive for people to see that it's always good to be positive in life. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter what you go through, but if you have if you have a good attitude and you accept your situations, mm-hmm, things will become much easier.
Yeah, very true. Now, stories like that of David Opati is a perfect example of how we should always make lemonade out of the lemons that life throws at us. Wanjuko Mwenda, K24 Sport.